So for the past few months, I've been in a bit of a headphones vortex. I fell into the audiophile rabbit hole when I bought a new DAC for my laptop. And now I know too much about Soundstage, amplifiers, and titles. But what I did find out is how to pick the right headphones for streaming. So headphones for streamers are kind of unique because I think different streamers would require different kinds of headphones. But I think there's two guidelines that you can really judge a good quality headphone on. The first is going to be comfort. So streamers are wearing headphones for a long period of time, so you want them to be as comfortable as possible. The second is sound quality. Now, sound quality, I don't mean does it have a lot of bass or really good treble. It's more like, can you hear gunshots clearly? Can you hear what direction they're coming from? Can you hear footsteps? Really important for FPS games. So all the headphones that I mentioned in this video, I'll put a link in the description. This is an affiliate link, so if you do purchase from that link, it does help the channel. But being the bad salesman that I am, streaming headphones are more of a luxury. They're not really necessary. It should be one of the last things you buy for your streaming setup. It's not gonna magically make you an amazing streamer or an amazing gamer. It will help maybe with some jump scares. Now, unless you're marketing yourself as an esports super pro, gotta have the best of the best equipment, whatever headphones you have now that you're streaming with, they're probably good enough to go for the long run. So first things first, what about gaming headphones? Meh. So the thing about these gaming headphones is they're really trying to do too much all at once. Like they're trying to be rechargeable, wireless, have a microphone, have haptic feedback, have all these crazy features and all these crazy designs that this usually comes at the expense of the sound quality and the comfort. But having said that, the HyperX Clouds are pretty decent gaming headphones. But what we're really gonna be focused on is traditional headphones. I'm not gonna look at IEMs or anything like that because I really don't have enough experience with those. I found that just regular headphones is probably gonna be your best bet for gaming. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is comfort. And I think comfort is most important because you're gonna be wearing these headphones for a long period of time and you don't wanna have to constantly adjust them or move them. That's gonna distract you and that's gonna be a hindrance to your content and your focus. So when it comes to comfort, the things you have to consider are the fit on your head, the weight, and the cushions or the ear pads. Now, the most comfortable pair of headphones I've ever worn are the Dan Clark Aeon 2. They have an open and closed version. I'll explain that more later. But these come in at around $900, so let's talk about some more realistic headphones you can purchase. So in more realistic numbers, if you're looking for something that's really comfortable and that's the biggest priority, I think I'd recommend Bose's Quiet Comfort line. So there's the 25 and 35 that's wired and wireless. Especially with the new 700 series out, these are a bit more affordable, really easy to find. You can flip out the pads constantly if you need to replace them. And like I said, they're super comfortable. So finally, for those that are on a budget, I think Ninja was really ahead of the curve here. Now I'm sure other people use these headphones before him, but the Bayer Dynamic Dt9 90s are a really great choice. Usually you can find a deal for them less than $100 on like Slick Deals or something like that. And they're really lightweight, and the velour padding might be a little bit weird to get to at first and it might get warm at times, but these are a really great budget choice. Now, I highly recommend if you have a headphone shop nearby you to go to it and try a bunch of different headphones because people's head sizes are different. The phones could clamp down more or they could hit your ears and be uncomfortable. So if you can try them or if you buy them from a store that has a really nice return policy, I really recommend that because everyone has their own type of headphone comfort preference. So a final thing that comes to comfort is if you wear glasses. So if you buy headphones that have like a really hard clamping force, they can basically push the arms of glasses in and they get really uncomfortable. And the other thing is that basically the glasses break the seal on the headphones, so they are gonna affect sound quality. So speaking of sound quality, I think this is something that can be subjective to a lot of people. So some people really want to hear their bass or really want to hear a lot of treble. But let's put aside sound quality when we think of it on how we want to listen to our music. Let's take that aside. Let's think of sound quality more when it comes to gaming. So in a game, especially like in an FPS game, right? You want to hear how far the shots are, what direction they're coming from, what type of gun is it? Can you hear someone's footsteps coming up right behind you? This is how we should kind of judge sound quality with headphones. So basically you're going to want to get what's known as analytical headphones. So the opposite of this is fun headphones, like Beats are usually really bass heavy. And when we're talking about analytical headphones, there's two terms that we need to talk about, which is Soundstage and open back. Now Soundstage Soundstage is basically like that 3D imaging that the headphones create. So basically a pair of headphones with good soundstage, you'll be able to say something like, I hear the guitar and it sounds like it's at the far end of the room. But in gaming, it'll be like, I hear this gunshot, it's really close and it came from the left. That's how you'll judge soundstage in headphones. So the other thing is open back headphones. And when you're looking at open back headphones, basically the cups on the headphones, sound can come in and sound can go out. And the benefit of this open back design means that these headphones tend to have the best soundstage. And also because the cups are open, there's a little bit less material, they can be a lot lighter than closed back headphones, which means they can be a bit more comfortable. So basically we're looking for a pair of headphones that has a really good soundstage and is open back. Now, if you have a tax refund that's burning a hole in your pocket, the Sennheiser 800 line is basically like the standard. Or if you really want to swag out, you could buy a $3,000 pair of Vocal Utopias. But let's be real here. Now in the mid-range, I think the best option, and it's actually the headphones that I own, are the Dynamic Dt9 1990. These are really analytical headphones. You get a really good soundstage. They're fairly comfortable, a little bit heavy. And for listening to music, they're good, but it can get a little bit shrill or annoying at times. So for more affordable options, again, Ninja has a really good choice here because the Sennheiser DT990s are open back. So those are a good option. Also, there's the Drop and Sennheiser collaborations. This is the 580X and the 6XX. These are really good choices. Another benefit of these open back headphones is that they tend to be really good for also mixing and editing YouTube videos. So one last thing when you're dealing with fancy headphones is impedance. And an impedance means basically that you need to give it a quality audio output to actually get the full range and sound from the headphones. If you just plug it into your computer, the headphones might not sound great or the audio might be kind of low. So you'll need to buy an amp or a DAC/amp combo. I know it gets expensive. So to start off, if you have like a mixer and audio interface, try and plug the headphones in there. That's a good starting point. And when you get a bit more money, you can buy an amp like a Magni is a good choice to start off with. Or I use the Dragonfly, it's a combo DAC. This is digital audio converter / amplifier. Works pretty well. So that about covers it for headphones. If you skip to the end of this video, then the headphones that you want to start off with are the Dynamic DT990s. So I gotta ask you, what headphones do you think are good for streaming? Is there any gaming headsets that you think really stand out or really work really well? And are you really listening to the game or are you listening to that Throwback Thursday playlist? Let me know in the comments, give a like if this video was helpful. And if you'd like to turn it up to 11, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Catch you next time.